everyone. I just want to say hi and touch base with everybody. I wanted you guys to know that, you have a life, you have a life to live, and so do I. And the reason I say this is because I want you guys to know that I may be grieving or whatever, and I'm in a lot of pain, a pain that I cannot explain because it's so different. I mean, I've lost my best friends. I've lost a parent. I've lost my dog. I've lost things too, like many of you have. But losing a child is different. It's a different kind of pain. There is no word for that. But I know in my heart that I have to just keep going, and just because I'm grieving, God's giving me that time to grieve. But then, I have to be thinking while I'm grieving, and I need to come to my senses at some point. And what I mean by all that is that the last couple years I've had a lot of shit going on behind closed doors, a lot of stress and a lot of stuff, and mainly from COVID and this and that. Because, see, I had COVID, but I got COVID in August of 2019. And my first doctor's visit wasn't until October 1st in another town. I remember because I couldn't get in anywhere. So it was happening before a lot of people even realized. But what I'm trying to say is that I have to move on at some point. Not really move on, but I need to live my life. I need to live life because this is what God gave me, my life. And, I don't want to sit here and be one of those people that be like, when I would hear people say, fuck my life and this and that. I mean, you have no idea. Just because you lost your job or something like that doesn't mean that your life is over. It doesn't mean that you have this bad life. You don't realize what so many other people are going through behind closed doors. I mean, many of us have struggled so much, and losing a job is nothing. You can get on from that. You can figure it out. So people that think their life is so bad because, oh, they lost their job and now what? Well, now what? I'll tell you what. The next step, figure it out. So just like with my son, he's dead, he's gone, and now what? Now I'm going to figure that out, but it's hard when you're grieving this much. But I'm thinking. And so when people say fuck my life, you gotta turn that around, because God gave you life like He gave me mine. I have a purpose. I'm not going to sit here and keep saying, "Oh, I'm alive still because I need to be here for others. I have other children and I have grandkids and no, I got to do it for me first. That then and only then I can be helpful to my family. Like my dad always said, when you help your kids, you lend a hand. You don't give them your whole arm. And I've made that mistake, and I'm sure a lot of us have. Give your kids the whole arm to the point where, you're broke again or you have nothing. But that's not what it's about. What it's about is you got to get your shit together first. You got to do you first. You got to figure out what makes you happy, and you're that good example because if you're smiling and you're happy and you're stable, that's what you're doing for your kids and your family. That's what they see. That's how you're helping them. You're not helping them by giving them money all the time or doing this or doing that, and you need to be here for them, and like forget about my son that he died. I'm still here, so I got to be there for my other kids. No, you got to be here for you first. Do you figure out what makes you happy and how that happiness can transform to your down the line to your family, and then have that family life. Because like I said, I hang on to the fact that I will see my son again one day, and I'm getting all kinds of signs and stuff. But for those of you that believe in signs, I mean, I'm even getting stuff in writing. So I feel like I'm a very holy person, and I'm very connected with God and my outer lights. And you have to do yourself first. Like I always said, wear your own ruby slippers, and be mindful. And okay, we'll talk tomorrow.